pro tip, a Swiss bar or a football bar or a press bar is super handy for a landmine in a small home gym for a couple of reasons. The first reason being that the overall length of the bar is a little bit shorter than a standard bar. So it gives you a little more room to work in a small gym. You're not hitting the wall with the bar or having to squeeze yourself in. The second is that the sleeves do not rotate. So there's a little bit more stability when you're doing something like a landmine press and you're holding on to the end of the bar. The third is that because of these spaces here, you can run a pin through the uprights and now you have a stop. You have a place to mount it so that one, you can load and unload weights real easy, and two, you can start at the top of the movement. You don't have to pick it up and clean it, do that weird single arm landmine clean to get the weight up to your shoulders if you're pressing it. Now, the reason this is better than a standard axle bar, you can get away with an axle bar if that's all you got, but the way that this is physically, because the load is here, it's wanting to right itself at all times, which means it's very stable in this position, kind of like a Duffalo bar, how the weight is, people always talk about the camber, the Duffalo bar makes the weight very stable. Well, that's how this is, because you've got the pin in the upper part of the upright, or the upper part of this rectangular cage, then it allows for this to sit very, very stably on a pin. Now, you could do this with a J-cup and a standard bar, but it's just not quite as good, in my opinion. Not to mention, you're taking up your J-cup doing this, so if you're supersetting, that kind of sucks. But with this, you can use a standard hitch pin or a band peg. Works great.